So I'm here to see Rick and his girlfriend today. I don't really... There he is. There's the man right there.
Hi, my name is Rick. Welcome to my home on wheels. This is a 2007 Ford E350. I bought it with 50,000 miles and it is my home. So I chose this lifestyle because it's I guess it's a different type of living, you know, and I was not very happy in the normal mainstream buying a house or renting an apartment. I've done all that, you know. I had the house in Utah, and I had the picket fences and all that stuff, and I wasn't happy with that. I knew there was something more that I wanted to do and wanted to accomplish, and living on wheels and being able to tour the country, and we go up and down the coast quite often, and that was my calling, and I enjoy it. The only thing that I did to really get it roadworthy was on the 350s, or this model. The spark plugs apparently seal to the engine or something like that. So I had the spark plugs replaced, but other than that, everything was good. There was new tires on it, brand new tires on it.
Nice.
It was let's see, brakes I got done, but that was probably a year or two. I think that was actually a year later. So really, the only thing we did were the spark plugs, and that was it. We were ready to go. I bought the van 3 years ago. It'd be about 3 years. It'll be 3 years in January. And I spent the first year, 6 months, I guess, trying to make it semi-livable. Down to Florida the first time, and had barely anything. Had a bed in it and some makeshift shelves, and that was it. We since then I've built it up each year, and so that was 3 years ago. I've been living in it full time 2 years now, and I love it. Growing up, I helped my stepdad as a plumber in the summers, and I would be in and out of his van all day long, crunching over, grabbing tools, going in, going out. By the end of the day, my back was trashed, and I knew right from the start that I wanted a high top van. I needed to stand in the van. That was the biggest thing for me, was to be able to stand in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we got. We got the high top van, and I don't worry about the whole gas mileage thing or anything like that. It's not, for me, it's not worth it. The being able to stand in the van was definitely, it's outweighs anything else, all that other stuff. We set out on this journey to make it affordable. You see so many people out there with these beautiful rigs, $100,000 rigs, incredible rigs. That was not our goal. Our goal was to get out there and be free. I didn't want to be traveling down the road thinking of my car payment or my van payment. I spent $3,500 on this van. I wasn't sure if it was really even what I really wanted to do, you know. So we decided to we'll go this route, and I did all the build here through this whole van, and this is what we ended up with. It's all paid for, and I got everything that the $100,000 van has, you know.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy with it. There was really no plan to it. I just got some saws and started building. I do have building experience. I built my house out in Utah, so I kind of knew my way around things. But I didn't really necessarily have a floor plan. I decided like I wanted a good sized bed, the biggest sized bed I could put in here. So that's where everything else kind of came. It was built around that the bed is. And then of course we needed a sink. We needed a counter spot to prepare our food. So the kitchen came after that. And then from there you got to store the food, so then the cabinet above the sink came into place. So it was just kind of built as needed,
okay.
Yeah, we got this box here is called the Roscoe's box, which is from our dog that had passed away in a year ago, August 2nd. And so we needed some place to store his stuff. So this is Roscoe's box, and it's a good storage unit.
It's a good tribute to Roscoe too, right?
Yeah. We store our food. We have a couple of options. We have the Dometic 50 refrigerator. So it's a big, huge refrigerator. Stores everything we need. So it's been great. We love that refrigerator. We play a lot of volleyball, so I do like cold water. So sometimes I'll keep a jug in there, the gallon jugs that you saw, and we have 5 1-gallon jugs, glass jugs that we bring to the springs in the state park, and we usually go there weekly. The water run, and we fill those up. And then that's of course the toilet drop too. So we with the toilet that we have, really simple. You pick up the base of it and you just pour it into a toilet and flush it down, and you're done. So, yeah. I use two 6-gallon of those jugs. So I got 2 of those, and that's all my sink water. So I'll throw some water on my hair in the morning, and get that all styling, and then I'll brush my teeth, wash the dishes, and all that, and that's all from the springs in Saratoga. Most of our clothing is stored up top here. So I got the his and her closet. Right now I've taken over the whole thing, and but yeah, that's where most of our storage goes. If we have like off-season clothing, we store that underneath in the wheel well. We kept what we thought again was valuable to us, and we put it in the storage unit, and it sat there. And we paid rent on it month after month, and it sat there. And so after a year and a half, I'm like, well, this is ridiculous. This stuff that we thought was valuable to us, we don't even touch anyways, so we ended up getting rid of the little bit that we had left, and everything we own right now is in the van. My solar, I have 4 100-watt flexible panels on the top of the van, and then we have an inverter and a control panel in the garage. I have 3 different outlets throughout the van, so we can plug in, we can charge computers, phones. We run our hot plate off of that. The big thing we did do this past summer was upgrade our batteries. We went to lithium batteries. So I have 2 100 amp hour Battle Bro lithium batteries, which have made a world of difference. You can have all the panels you want, and you can't store it. You can't use. You don't have nothing to use.
Right.
Know? So yeah, it's all about the batteries for sure. I am in logistics, transportation industry, so I'm a freight broker. I'm the middle guy between the truck driver and the manufacturer. I just connect the two, and as long as I have a computer and a phone, I'm good to go. It's all mobile. I did it out in Utah. I've done it all through raising my kids. I decided that you know what, I can take my business with me, and I want to travel. So the kids went to college, and I hit the road. Yeah, technically, like my girlfriend always laughs at me when I say I haven't been on vacation. I haven't had a vacation where I've been away from my stuff for 13 years. Yeah. I'm always working Monday through Friday, and sometimes weekends, but not typically. But it's the trade-off of, you know, like I'm not working all the time, you know, but I don't have anybody to say, here, take my, you know, take this for a week so I can go and go wherever, you know, like I don't have that option, you know, and that's okay, you know, because I incorporate it in my everyday life of like just going out and doing things, you know. So my girlfriend is a breathwork instructor, and so we have gone to different yoga studios on our travels, and been able to share the breathwork magic. I don't pay rent, I don't pay mortgage, you know, my bills are pretty minimal right now. I have a cell phone bill, internet. People ask me all the time, what do you do for heat? You know, and it's like, well, I do have a propane heater, but it heats up quickly when the sun's out, and it's such a small space. It takes a while for it to really get cold, you know. So it's not like heating a whole house for sure. What I really love to do on the cold mornings is just open the van up. You know, like at night, I have the shields to block out anybody looking in. So the best thing is to just open the shields up, have the sun come in, and it warms the place up, you know, real quick. Put on a hat and a couple of layers of clothing, throw some blankets on, and I've never, you know, it's always been good. All in the doors are the foam board. So I do have the foam board insulation in the doors. I have sprayed some of that spray insulation in some of the bigger cracks and crevices. I do not recommend that though. That holds moisture. Okay. And I've had some issues with some rusting spots because of that. So I would not, in my next van build, I won't use that foam. On the doors here are all pallets. So they're just refurbished pallets that I got from the back of different locations, and just sanded them down, polyurethaned them, and I thought that'd be kind of a cool look. I saw a bunch of that. So these windows were all, none of them opened. And with Roscoe, he wasn't getting, I felt like he wanted to get a little, you know, needed to get him a little more air. So I bought this window. It's just an old RV window. I actually drove to Connecticut to buy it. And so it allows for a little space, a little air great in there. And that's another question I get all the time is like, do you have air conditioning? And in the Northeast, you really don't need air conditioning. If I was down in Florida or South Carolina or something like that in the summer, then you probably would. But Northeast in the summer, like we had a hot summer this year, of course. But yet, again, with the circulation of this window being open, the fan, and then the driver's window, you got that good circulation. And then I also constructed a net for the back of the garage doors. this year, which made a world of difference. All summer they just stayed open the whole summer.
Yeah.
I
Bug net there, yeah, great.
Never closed them for months, and it just they stayed open the whole time. And that was because the back of the van didn't get that air circulation, so I needed to find a way to get that circulating. So I constructed a screen door, had my stepmother sew it up for me, and
nice.
It was perfect. Yeah, it made a world of difference.
Yeah, that's important.
Whenever I talk about van life, I always say I live van life, van/outdoors. You know, if you don't like to live outdoors, then you're probably not going to like van life, because you're a lot outside a lot, and I would rather be outside than inside, so it works perfect for me. It took, which was basically 5 days into it, I finally was just like, this is it. This is it. But it took me 5 days.
That makes sense.
It took me 5 days, and at first, I remember being in Maryland, I'm laying there, and she's sound asleep, and I'm thinking, like, how am I going to tell her that I don't want to do this? This sucks, you know?
That's great, man.
And I'm like, I just spent all this money.
Oh my God.
And this sucks. But that was it.
That makes sense.
And I'm a little better like that, because I don't need a plan per se. Like, I can just kind of wing it, because you can always just pull in a parking lot and fall asleep. But my girlfriend needs a little more of a, like, okay, we're gonna land in this area, and we're kind of thinking about doing this. So that was an adjustment for me too. But now it's you know, the good thing with being up and down the coast, quite often we got our spots, that we know where we're going to, and so
that's cool.
Good. And we've met so many cool people on the road, and so it's been fun. We mainly do stick to the East Coast, and when I say East Coast, I mean right on the coast. We try to travel right next to the ocean, and our breaks from driving, or our overnight breaks, are sometimes on the beach, or right next to the beach, where we have the windows open and we hear the waves crashing on the shore. Yeah, we used an app called iOverlander, and a lot of the people on there that have shown, basically have contributed information to that app, are travelers like ourselves, know. So when you go on there, usually when they recommend a spot, it's usually a pretty good spot, because they know, they're not just looking for the next campground, they're looking for kind of an out of way spot. So that's been really useful. The way I stay clean, in summers, I use the sun shower. So I connect it to the back of the van sometimes, but mainly off like the area that I'm staying here in New York. There's a great little spot that I can hang my sun shower on. So I just I shower outside all summer long, and I love it. When the temperatures get a little colder, I go to a gym and shower in the gym, so, yeah.
Shiver my timbers. It's a miracle.
So one time we were in New Jersey, and we were hanging out in a gym parking lot, and we're waiting for my girlfriend's breathwork class. So we were just killing some time, and I was going to take Roscoe for a walk, and this lady pulls up right next to us and wants to hand me a fistful of money. She felt so bad for us. She's like, here, I'm so sorry for you. I'll pray for you tonight, but here, please take this. And I looked at her, and I was like, oh no, I don't need your money, And she's like, no, please, And I'm like, no, that's we're fine, we're okay, And I said, please, pay it forward to someone else though, but we're okay. You know, I don't have a plan of how long I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Because as I've mentioned to you in the past, you know, every day, I can honestly say this, like there's not a day that goes by that sometime during the day I think of like, this is freaking awesome. Like this is awesome. Like what more do I need? What more do I want? You know, like so to answer your question on how long, I don't have a plan right now to how long I'm going to do this, because right now I'm happy with what I'm doing. Oh gosh, so the advice I'd give someone would be to take it slow. Yeah, take it slow and just kind of go in increments of, you know, just try to adjust to maybe getting rid of some of your stuff. You know, you'll see that you don't need to have all that stuff. It's just stuff, you know, and it doesn't mean anything. There's more to life than having things, you know. And then, you know, just being humble about it, I think. You know, like you don't need to have the big expensive rig, you know. You can just try it out, buy a cheap van and throw a bed in it and have a couple things and see how it goes for you. You know, so I'd say just, you know, take it slow and see if it's for you or not.
That's good advice. Thanks, Rick. We appreciate you being on the channel and looking forward to getting this out there. And thanks so much, man. We appreciate it. Good luck with your future with this.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I had a great time. And you're welcome back anytime.
Oh, yeah. We'll get together again.